Let's review the Dunning Wizard functionality, which is essentially reminder letters for debtors in SAP Business One. What we see in front of us is SAP Business One. It happens to be version 9.1 and the HANA version. Dunning letters or reminder letters are a great instrument to use for helping manage your cash flow, chasing up on those overdue debtors. So essentially the automation of sending out letters with potentially a fee for that letter or interest associated with reminding your debtors of their overdue amounts. Let's see how we might configure this in SAP Business One. I'm going to go into Administration, Setup, Business Partners, and I can see Dunning Levels and Dunning Terms. Dunning Levels. Obviously I can have multiple different letters that can be sent out of different severity to an overdue debtor. I might start with a Dunning Letter 1, which is a gentle reminder at 60 days. Please note that your account is overdue. We would appreciate prompt payment. However, if I get to 120 days, I may, for example, send out a Severity 3 level letter, which says, please note that your account will go on stop support unless payment is received urgently. Let's just open up the Dunning Terms. What I can see in the Dunning Terms setup, again, different severities of Dunning letter, the days at which that's effective. Is there a fee per letter, i.e. a charge per letter that I have to send? And do I apply interest? If I do apply interest, how are those interest calculations worked out? I can send the letter, one letter per invoice, one letter per Dunning level, one letter per business partner. So again, as with other aspects of SAP Business One, I have multiple different choices that I can make to automate this particular process. I might say that some debtors don't ever receive a reminder or a Dunning letter because they're a VIP customer and I'd rather get on the phone and call them about it. Whereas other one-off customers or other customers I may send reminder letters to. Again, that's your choice. You can configure that within the SAP Business One framework. When it comes time to sending out those Dunning letters, typically what you would do is that you would go into, let's just have a quick look at the business partner. And I'm now in the business partner in SAP Business One. I can see on the payment terms, again, I'm saying here which Dunning letter and which terms apply to this particular customer. And here I can see the code Lev Test. That's the Dunning letter that applies to Earthshaker Corporation in this instance. Okay, let's now go into Sales AR and we'll go into the Dunning Wizard. And I can see it says the Dunning Wizard enables you to create and send letters to customers that have not paid their open invoices within a given time range. I now go in, I start a new Dunning letter run effectively within the wizard. I give it a date, I say which Dunning levels and which terms I'm going to apply. So again, I get some selection criteria. I now go in and I can choose the customers or the range of customers that I want to apply these letters to. And I go through. SAP gives me some choices. Do I just want to select between certain posting or due dates? Do I want to include incoming payments not based on invoices, etc.? As I go through, I may have foreign currencies in the system. Let's just update those quickly. And now I've got my customers and the overdue invoices. Of course, I can go and now decide I don't want to send any letters to that customer. And for this customer here, Earthshaker, I don't want to send it about this invoice. And I know there's an issue with this invoice, so I don't want to send a Dunning letter about that invoice either. So this allows me to tick or untick certain customers or certain invoices and then go through. And what I can do now is I can go in and I can say, okay, let's go in. Now what I can do is I can save the selection parameter. I can exit as a draft. I can print the letters, or under version 9.1 patch level 6, I can also email the Dunning letters from directly within this processing screen. So what we've seen there is the ability to configure the Dunning letters and different types of letters and the ability then to run through a very simple dunning wizard, which allows us to send those letters of overdue request to our debtors about money which is overdue and attach, if required, interest or fees to those letters. Another great way in SAP Business One to help manage your cash flow. I hope you've enjoyed the presentation. Thanks for joining us.